Suresh Kalmadi has been arrested by the CBI. This coming right in. The CWG scamster first exposed on Times Now. Former chairman of the organizing committee of the Commonwealth Games, Suresh Kalmadi, has been arrested. Yes, we have that confirmation first reported on Times Now that he is likely to be arrested after nearly 4 rounds of questioning by the CBI and summons that Suresh Kalmadi ignored, at least 2 of them in the last 1 month alone. He has turned up before the CBI today, just about an hour ago. And after a short spell at the CBI headquarters in the capital, Suresh Kalmadi has been arrested. The man that Times Now exposed for the underhand dealings in the Commonwealth Games several months ago has finally been arrested by the CBI. They have, of course, gone into various investigations against him, and among other things, he is likely to be charged with forging documents with inflating costs for the Commonwealth Games. Let's go across to Arnab Goswami, who's joining us on this story. Arnab, Kalmadi finally arrested.
Absolutely. If we just turn the clock back, the expose by Times Now was in July 2010, and the arrest has come in April 2011. Clearly, time has run out for Suresh Kalmadi as far as this one is concerned. This is a very, very major development. It is a clear Times Now impact. Our viewers who have been seeing Times Now follow the story would remember how Suresh Kalmadi had immediately in the aftermath of the expose that we did on him on the AM Films case, threatened Times Now with defamation. He tried all kinds of intimidation tactics, including an attempt at a blackout of Times Now, ensuring that he gave interviews to other channels and not Times Now. However, the truth has come up and is now here to clearly haunt him. Now, Kalmadi's arrest has been in connection with the dubious role that he has played in the AM Films, in the AM Cars case, as well as the Swiss Time case. The modus operandi is very much the same, that Suresh Kalmadi tried to create a system through which there were layers and layers of accountability of everyone else but him. And over the last few months, what one saw was that one by one each layer began to unravel itself, starting with his bottommost cronies, then moving up to the Lalit Banots, then moving up to other people in the Commonwealth Games establishment, and then finally up to himself. Politically also, there was an attempt by the Congress party to shield Suresh Kalmadi, and this was done up to the point where around November, unable to take the impact of the facts that had come out against Suresh Kalmadi, at a certain point of time, the Congress party decided to drop him from the position of secretary in the Congress parliamentary party. Now that was absolute junk as far as action is concerned. Everyone saw through that, yet the Congress party for some period of time wanted to hold that as the way of taking action against him, hoping that people would bite the bullet. When that did not happen and the Commonwealth Games scam, the demand for an interrogation and investigation began, then in the first week of January, he was called in. He was called in for being questioned for the first time. Now, of course, the story takes another turn. Even earlier, it has been seen that Suresh Kalmadi has tried his best to avoid interrogation over a period of time. It is only now that, unable to take the brunt of the continuous interrogation, that he's been arrested. It's a very major development. Poonam has more on the story, so I'll hand back to you, Tamanna.
Right, we also have Arnab with us, Poonam Agarwal and Navika Kumar. Navika, I'll come to you first. It was the AM Films expose which has unraveled the entire link. Does the CBI at this point have enough to make sure Kalmadi is eventually nailed for his role?
Well, Tamanna, clearly it's come 9 months after Times Now first exposed the role of Suresh Kalmadi and others in the organizing committee of the Commonwealth Games. It was this story that Times Now first exposed on 30th of July that really started a chain of events which has finally led to the arrest of Suresh Kalmadi. In fact, the CBI has been investigating this entire issue since November of 2010, right after the Commonwealth Games really came came to an end. This was the letter first blowing the lid of something going wrong in the organizing committee in its Queen Batons relay function that was held in London in October of 2009. There were no contracts, there were no tenders, and it was something that was questioned even by Her Majesty the Revenue and Customs Department. This was the letter that Times Now first uncovered. This letter, which had been sent to the Ministry of External Affairs as well as the Sports Ministry. This, of course, came as an alert to the Indian High Commission in London, and following this, of course, is the entire chain of events which we have been seeing. In fact, it was only last month that a CBI team went to London, met with the AM Films and Cars Vans proprietor Ash Patel, somebody we spoke to in July of 2010, and somebody who said that really he had been contacted by the organizing committee of the Commonwealth Games